My name is Belinda Claw. I go by Val. I'm 31 years old. I have three children, one boy, two girls. I'm from Newcomb originally, but I moved to Farmington when I was 11, and I'm here today to tell you my side of my story. So, I grew up with my great grandma and my grandma. They raised me. I didn't have my dad in my life, and my mom wasn't. She was, part of my life also, but I was more with my grandparents. And I've just always been around addiction my whole life, and I've been through trauma, abuse, domestic, sexual, you name it, physical. I felt that like all that made me tough and made of steel, whatever. But little did I know that all was gonna be the biggest part of the beginning of my addiction, and I did everything I could to numb it, and it started as when I was 11. Took my first hit of that cigarette, took my first hit of that joint. I was 13 when I took my first drink of alcohol. I didn't want to. I was forced. It was either that or a beating. So, I didn't want to get beat. I wanted to just be accepted. And once I took that drink, I liked it. And that feeling I felt, it numbed my pain. It numbed everything. I left reality. I was in a party mode at such a young age. So it got worse the older I got. I started to ditch school. I started to black out in the middle of the day, and I was only in middle school. I got pregnant at a young age. I was 15 when I was pregnant. I had my son when I was 16. I didn't know what love was. I thought I knew. I thought everything was going to stop at that time. I found love, and I thought I was happy, which I was, but I didn't know what love was. What love I knew was violent and domestic and physical, not affectionate and soft and tender, The lowest in my life would be when my daughter's dad and I split. I couldn't take all that pain anymore. I had to go and I had to leave. But I had nothing. Literally nothing. I was going through a very, very dark time at that time. I was wandering the streets for months, wearing the same clothes, haven't showered in weeks, haven't eaten in days, not let alone drink water. But there was alcohol still around all the time, so I just stayed drunk. If I could get my hands on drugs, I would. I'd do it, whatever I could to just still numb that pain, but it still was there, sleeping underneath the bridge, sleeping at the parks, being around strangers, waking up to some stranger trying to get near me, having to fight for my life. That was in 2021. I hit the lowest. I didn't have no phone. I kept losing everything that I had. My mom kept trying to find me, and where I was at, I could have went missing for all I knew. There's so many women that go missing from here. That could have been me. Been in and out of jail since I was 18, once I hit 18. And I finally got treatment. That helped a lot. And I was like, where am I gonna go? I can't go back to the res. Can't go back out there because addiction is harder out there than out here. So, looked at where I could go. I heard about the Masada house, the path, the family crisis and everything, but I just leaned more towards the Masada house, and I wanted to go there first. And I got the interview, and they said the beds were full, but just like a couple weeks before treatment ended, they said a bed opened up. So I was so happy. And then I got out, was there, and it was new, but it was so beautiful, so positive, just something like different and new to me, like a home should be like. And it just helped me grow into who I am today, like I live so peacefully and positively because of that environment that I got out to, because everything was new for me, I didn't know how to be a mom. my son really wasn't in my life due to my addiction. I had my daughters, and I knew I would be a good mom, which I still am, but the circumstances at the time were very, very tough, you know? So being a better mom and learning how to talk to them in a better way is just seeing that smile on their face and knowing that I'll do anything and everything I can to keep that smile on their face. Knowing that it's pure and it's genuine, I would not want anything to hurt that and take that away from me again, ever. I'm not gonna stay down and stay broken. I just wanna do something different than I've seen growing up. I wanna be that change, and I hope to stay with that and keep that, you know? It's great. I love it. It's beautiful. I never thought that something so good could happen to me, you know? I remember that before it was open, like we were cleaning it up, I helped for a bit, just one day. And I was cleaning the house and just visualizing oh, I wonder who's gonna live here. They're so lucky to live here. It's so nice here. And then that opportunity fell on me, and I'm like, what? I get to with my kids? We all love it. It's just beautiful. We get to have our own safe, peaceful place to call home that no one knows where we're at. You know, they can just be themselves and grow more each day, and I get to grow also more. The Delahunty house is more like for a mother and her kids to reunite, reconnect together, all in a safe space that's, confidential, and it has a lot of security, and it gives you that foundation to get in the routine of being a parent and living together as a family and bonding with your kids. Finding yourselves who you all are before you take that step into, get in your own place, and gives you that before stage before you get to finally leave the nest, It's it helps a lot. It gives you so much structure, their own rooms, your own room, the kitchen, the living room, the garage, the washer, the dryer, everything, the backyard, that space. It's so much. It may not seem too much to people, but it's so much to a mother, especially that's single, with their kids, because it's hard out there. It makes you get grateful and thankful for everything that you're being blessed with. And, you just don't want to ruin it. You don't want to mess that up. Because out here, you have to work extra hard for that, One day, or maybe even after that, I want to own my own home, Just living there and getting that taste, I want that for forever. That program believes in me. They believe that I can be the best I can be for myself, even when I don't. And that's what gives me hope to this day, and gives me the strength I need to be who I need to be for me and my children. And I wouldn't change that or trade that for anything in this world. At the moment, you're walking through hell. I know you are. I can feel it, I can see it, I can hear it. Even when you say you're okay, but I know you're not. If you just hang on a little longer and keep pushing forward every day and work hard for that, you'll have that smile back on your face. You'll wake up happy again. You'll be who you are. You'll be able to finally look yourself in the mirror, say, hey, I'm beautiful, and I deserve this. I deserve it all. Nobody's gonna ruin this for me. Get back up and do it. You can. You got this. It's possible for you. Possible for me, it's possible for you. It's not the end. This is only the beginning.